Promise you, you're gonna get it. I promise you're gonna get it. I promise you're gonna get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get y'all something to drink, get you something to eat, whatever you need to do. How y'all feeling this morning? Everybody all right? Everybody good? It's gonna get a little deep this morning, but that's what we do, man. That's why they get offended when I say they can't teach me nothing, because I'm past that elementary stuff. I'm past that. I'm just past that, you know. Everything growing, everybody else growing, except, you know, true believers. We still back in 1500 somewhere. I don't know what we at. But it's going to be cleansing week. I'll give y'all a better understanding why it is considered that. Yesterday in church, I didn't go to no specific verse or nothing. Because you can't tie this week into no one verse. That ain't happening. That ain't that's what you're used to. You might well keep going. Keep going. Ain't no sense of you even wasting your time this week. It's gonna get heavy. I guarantee you. I'm gonna share some stuff with you all. I seen the first video I did in 2020 popped up. I had a clue. I had a clue how to do this. The camera, none of this. I had a clue. Oh, but look at me now. Hey, you tell me people don't grow? Come on, man. Been doing this since 2024. 2024. And look where we at with it now. Oh my God, Jesus. So I need you all to really pay close attention, because it's going to be kind of a little difficult today, because for some reason you all didn't get to see yesterday. And by you all not being able to watch yesterday, it's going to make the teaching a little off, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, people. We are going to figure it out. We don't have to panic. We don't have to worry. I'm gonna see if I can. See, I wanted to teach it, but due to the thing acting up yesterday, if you didn't get yesterday, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to really teach it. But I'm gonna see. Let me see something, because I wanted to cut. Leave that poem over there. Yesterday, the older churches, the older pastors, right? They did the Palm Sunday thing, right? Now, as I shared with the members yesterday and tried to online because it was a little messed up, I'm gonna take you back in the 11th chapter of Mark, right? And I'm gonna walk down to you. I want you to pay very close attention to the people, right, that's present. I want you to pay attention to the people that put a garment down compared to the people that put the palm down. I need you to pay very close attention to this. This is why I tell you all, always pay attention to every word in the verse, right? Every word, right? Now, we know Jesus doing this week. He gonna go in the temple and turn over the money changers, right? I explained to them yesterday in church how that went, right? Now, I laid some stuff out there because I was gonna come today and teach it, right? Now, how many times, somebody please tell me this morning, how many times did Jesus turn over the money table? How many times he did that? How many times did Jesus go in the temple and turn over the money changers? How many times he did that? How many times he did that? Yesterday in church, I explained to them that Jesus had been to Jerusalem, that Jesus had been to the Passover several times, right? In his earthly ministry, On the fourth time that Jesus go to Jerusalem, because they knew he was coming for the Passover, because that's something he did, right? On the fourth time that he come to Jerusalem for the Passover, that's when he gonna die. Remember, I've been teaching you all that 4 is a complete number with God, okay? Now, how many times did Jesus turn over the money table? How many times did Jesus go in the temple and trip on these dudes about what they were doing? We only know because of what we've been taught it was one time. No, man, wasn't his first time doing this. It was not his first time doing this, right? I'm going to take you in the 2nd chapter of John. I'm going to show you during his earthly ministry, one of the first times that he did it. I'm going to take you back to Mark and show you that was his last time when he did it, right before the resurrection, right before the crucifixion. I'm trying to explain to you all that a lot of stuff we've been taught in the church, we haven't been taught, okay? A lot of stuff we've been taught, we haven't been taught. I'm going to go in the 9th chapter of Zechariah. I'm going to break Zechariah down, but I'm tying Zechariah in to what's going on in Mark. Why? Because Mark give you a better understanding what happened that Sunday, what happened that Monday, what happened that Tuesday, right? We go to John, we find out what happened to Wednesday, right? Okay, now, Jesus come in riding on a donkey. Why? Because a donkey represents peace. It was an animal of peace. Jesus coming in peace, right? Okay, now, we're going to go to Monday, which is today, right? On the Monday, he's going to curse the fig tree. Why? Why? Why would you teach us that, Pastor Mike? Because we're living in a day and time of AI. We're living in a day and time of Google. They're going to twist a lot of this if you don't know it. So now, watch this. I explain to you all, the Jews go by a date, 14. The Gentile believers went by a Sunday, right? I was explaining to somebody this Monday. A lot of the stuff come from Rome. The Catholic Church has what is called Lent season, right? This Lent, what is this, God? You know, right after Mardi Gras, then all the way up to now, Easter, they be eating fish every Friday, whatever they call that, right? Okay, now, this is how they come up with their Easter Sunday. Why? Because Rome was in power. By Rome being in power, they didn't side with the Jews with a date. They side with the Gentile believers with a date. So this is how we get a Sunday. So now, let me show it to you in the Bible. I can run it all day, but let me show it to you in the Bible. Let me break it down to you in the Bible, right? I asked a simple question, right? How many times did Jesus go in the temple and turn over the tables, right? If you don't understand what happened the first time, how could you understand the last time? If you don't understand Zechariah and Zechariah writings, how you going to understand what he's doing in the temple? Jesus, every time he went to the temple, it was to cleanse. It was to cleanse the temple. This is why if you go back to Isaiah 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, Isaiah said that his father's house is a house of prayer. Every time Jesus came to Jerusalem for the Passover, he went to the temple. Every time he went to the temple, they were doing the same thing. So now, in this week, which is the last week, after riding in on a donkey, we're going to break all this stuff down. Let me show it to y'all. Where we going first? Go Zechariah, Jeremiah, Matthew, Mark. Okay, come here, John. Let's go to you first. Then I'm going to go to Mark. Let me see if I can explain it to you like that, right? In the 2nd chapter of John, this is why the other day, last week, I was breaking down what happened in the 3rd chapter. We know what happened in the 4th, and we're going to walk, right? So now we're going to bag it up to the 2nd chapter of John. In the 2nd chapter of John, I'm just breaking it down. I'm going to teach it all this week, but I'm going to break it down. But I want to show you something. If you ask the average pastor, how many times did Jesus turn over the table? Oh, he ain't do it but one time. And you wonder why I get upset. You wonder why I get mad. Y'all heard the old preacher over that other day. Come on, man. Them people ain't reading no Bible, man. Not the last time before the crucifixion, but watch this. John's 2nd chapter reads, John 2:13. And the Jewish Passover was at hand. And Jesus went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the changers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables. And he said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house of merchandise. Right? Right? It's not that what it says, right? This is not this is first time doing it. Not when we get to not when we get to Matthew. When we get in Matthew, the 21st chapter, this is after Jesus that Sunday rode in on a donkey. That Monday after the curse on the tree, come Tuesday, this is where he gonna deal with when he turn over the table. That wasn't his first time doing it. If you ask any church folk, they're gonna say, well, he didn't do it but one time. They're lying. They're lying. So now he dealing with the ones that sold the doves. Reason why he was dealing with the ones that sold the doves, because only the priests can have doves. Why? Because the doves was used for a sacrifice. So okay, let me break it down a little more. I'm coming from California to New Orleans. I'm coming to New Orleans for this feast, right? Okay. I'm not about to bring no doves, no cows, no mules, I'm not about to bring all that with me. When I get there, I'm going to purchase that. When I get there, I'm going to purchase that. The high priest knew this. So now when the people come in town, they got to come to the temple. When they come to the temple, they got to come see me. Why? I'm the only one got doves, baby. But doves were for sacrifice. Wasn't for them to be making no merchandise offer. The same game they're playing in y'all in church, the same game they played back then. That's why they don't really teach you the book. That's why y'all run out there halfway cop, okay? So if this the first time Jesus did it, Matthew 21, and Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all them that sold. Stop. All them that sold. Okay, that's y'all. Y'all sold, right? Watch this. And bought in the temple. Stop. Y'all sold, y'all bought. Y'all sold, y'all bought, right? We got that, right? Y'all did the selling, y'all did the buying. He done drove y'all out. Who left? Who's left in the temple? Who is left in the temple? If he drove the ones that was selling and the ones that was buying, he done drove them out. So who he turning the money tables over in front of? The people that was buying, they gone. The people that was selling, they gone. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money chambers and the seat of them that sold doves, and said unto them, stop, Bible, stop. No, Pastor, stop. Wait, Pastor, can I ask you a question? If the Bible say he drove them out, that means they're gone. He's still in the temple. Who he talking to? If he drove them out that was selling, he drove them out that was buying, who left? Who in the temple? Who's left in the temple, people? Let's read. And said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. Jesus, tell me who you talking to. Like I'm talking to the chief priest. But Jesus, if I go to John and said unto them, John 2:16, and said unto them that sold doves, Couldn't know anybody have a dove. Go back and read Leviticus. Doves was used for sacrifice. So only the priest had the doves. So who is he talking to? The chief priest. The same one who running game today. What about the man? He did it. He went it. John, hold that thought. Hold that thought, John. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, John. Come here, John. Come here, John. According to the 6th chapter, and Jesus went up into the mountains, and there sat with his disciples. And the Passover and the feast of Jews at nigh. And when Jesus lifted up his eyes and saw a great company coming to him, he said unto Philippi, when shall we buy bread that these may eat? Jesus, how many times you went up there? I'm talking about your earthly ministry. Mike, I was always going up there for the Passover. Huh? But Jesus, who are you talking to that sold doves? Mike, only the priest was able to handle the dove. So I'm talking to the priest. And said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house a house of merchandise. And his disciples remembered that it was written, the zeal of thy house has eaten me up. Oh, I'm gonna hit you with some more. I'm gonna show you why I call them good line preachers. I'm gonna show you why y'all don't know a damn thing. I'm gonna show you. And for all the people, oh, he be this and that. You're not my audience. Bye. You can't handle this. Bye. Everything ain't for everybody. Bye. Jesus came and saved that which was lost. Not those who thought they were holy then thou. Not all those who thought they had it all together. Paul, who you went to? Mike, I went to those people who were heathens, who was caught up in superstitions. Not these old fake ass people today. I'll wait. Bye. Bye. If you don't like how I'm saying it, bye. You don't know a damn thing anyway. Bye. All that faking y'all doing. All that lying y'all doing in God's house. Okay, well, give me a better understanding. Come here, Mark. Matthew, I got you. John, I got you. Hey, Zechariah. Come here, Zechariah. Come here, Zechariah. Let me get you out the way. Let me get you out the way. In the 9th chapter of Zechariah, I'll read it for you. Zechariah 9:9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king come thee. He is just in having salvation. Lowly, 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 in riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the fall of an ass. Jesus, are you riding on that ass? Mike, that ass was peace, Mike. That ass represented peace, Mike. That donkey represented peace. The Bible say ass. Is not that what the scripture say? Lowly and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt for ass. And I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the horse from Jerusalem. And the battle bow shall be cut, and he shall speak peace unto the heathen. And he has dominion shall be from sea, even to sea, and from every river, and even the end of the earth. Why, Jesus? What happened? Like, I'm coming with the covenant of blood. Is not this what I'm going to tell them Thursday? When we eating, this is the new covenant? And say, Jesus, but these pastors don't explain all that. But we don't even have a clue what's going on in that Bible. What you say, Zechariah? And for thee also by the blood of thy covenant. Who? The same one come riding on the donkey. The same one come riding on the ass. Now he ain't going to come with the blood of the covenant. But he had been going to Jerusalem several times. He was always going in there and they were defiling the temple. So he'll go in there and cut a fool. He'll go and pour all the money out. That's what Jesus did. He cut a fool. So now on his fourth time going to Jerusalem for the Passover, because this is fourth time doing it. Boom, ball game, ball game, ball game. But y'all run out there to those elementary teaching like you know a damn thing. Ball game. Explain it to me. Break it all down to me. They done made a fool out of grandma. They done made a fool out of grandpa. Pastor, who are they? Who are them? Explain it. Who cut the palms and threw the palms down? Who took the clothes off and laid the clothes down? Because they're not the same people. They don't believe and think the same way. Because if it was one way to do it, why y'all don't have clothes Sunday? Why y'all don't have garment Sunday? Why y'all just have palm Sunday? I wait. Oh, we gonna cut up. PastarMike, I ain't never read that in the Bible. We gonna read it today. Come here, Bible. Come here, Mark. Let's break it down for him, Mark. They're making a fool out y'all in these churches. Come here, Mark. Let's read it. We're going to read it slow. I'm going to go slow. Just slow. According to the 11th chapter of Mark, make it make sense, church folks. And I'm going to hold up Bible. In the 11th chapter of Mark, verse 1 says, And when they came nigh to Jerusalem unto Bethphage and Bethany and the Mount of Olives, he sent forth his disciples and said unto them, Go you your way into the village over against you, and as soon as you enter into it, you shall find a coat tied whereunto never man said, Loose him and bring him. And if any man say unto you, Why you do this? Say to that Lord have need of him, and straightway he will send him here. Right? Remember now, Zechariah done broke this down for us. The 9th chapter of Zechariah letting us know how he was going to come in, etc., riding on a colt, being at peace, right? Because the donkey, the ass represented peace, right? Okay, now, watch this. And certain of them that stood there said unto them, Why do you loose the colt? And he said unto them, Even as Jesus commanded, they let them go. And they brought the coat to Jesus and cast their garments on him, and he sat up on him, right? Y'all got that part, right? They done brought the donkey to Jesus. They take their clothes, their garment, whatever the garment was, they set it on the donkey for Jesus, right? Jesus gonna get on the donkey, he gonna ride on it. It's not that what Zechariah said in the 9th chapter? Stop. Who are they? Who are they? The disciples? Believers? Why they didn't put no poem around? Where they poem with that? Where was theirs? Watch this. And many spread their garments in the road, and others cut down branches off the trees and strewed them in the road. Now go to Psalms. Psalms going to give me a better understanding about the poem, right? When I break it down to you, you're going to say, oh my God. You teach me. I don't know nothing. I'm tripping. If they put their garment on the horse barn, the donkey, they took their garments off and threw it on the road. Some cut down trees. I'm going to go to Psalms. We're going to break down about the poem because it was prophesied that this was happening. Watch this. And they that went before and they that followed cried, saying, Hosanna! Blessed is he that come in the name of the Lord. Blessed be the kingdom of our father David, that cometh in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest, right? Right? It's not that what it says, right? Okay. Now, why won't we have garment Sunday? We got Palm Sunday. The Bible ain't never told us to celebrate no Palm Sunday. Bible never told us to honor no Palm Sunday. I'll wait. Why won't have Garment Sunday? Nobody don't know? Y'all need to start questioning some of these church folks. I guarantee you, everybody don't watch me, so they don't know, right? Ask the average churchgoer. Anybody you run into run the church, ask your pastor, ask the deacon. How many times did Jesus turn over the tables? I guarantee they said one time. I guarantee they said one time. But yet Jesus was always going to Jerusalem during the time of the Passover. That's why when I take it to the 11th chapter of John, now you're going to see, oh, say, bro, you know he always come here, huh? Oh, to do with Jesus. What you mean? He always come to Jerusalem for the Passover. That's a good time to get him. That's a good time to get him. Come here, John. Mark, hold that thought, Mark. Stay right there, Mark. Don't go nowhere. We're just breaking it down. Come here, John. Come here, John. Come here, John. They be just lying in these churches, and they just passing out and hollering, amen. And what are these people doing? What the world are these people doing? Come here, John. In the 11th chapter of John, right? Say, Martha and Mary, where y'all was at? Y'all was in Bethany, right? That's where you're from, Bethany, right? Okay, all right. I just want to make sure, because, you know, I'm trying to keep my days straight. When I go back to Mark and I explain what happened that Monday, coming off what happened that Sunday, going into that Tuesday when he turned over the money chambers, right? So when I go back tomorrow and I explain to them why he cursed the fig tree, because that was on the Monday, and he cursed the fig tree because now, hold up, wait, what they said? The Jews on the 14th, Nisan, between March and April, but then the Gentile believers have resurrected Sunday. But there wasn't no resurrected Sunday. They just was doing this as the Passover because that's all they really knew at that time. But yet they was believing in it, right? Okay, stop. Jesus. Why you curse that tree on the Monday? Mike, you got to understand months. You got to understand time. You have to understand season. What you know about a fig tree, Mike? Because that fig tree, even though it's the end of February, which is what? The ending of winter, going into what? The beginning of the year. I thought. So if I pay attention to the fig tree, I have a better understanding of the Passover, which would give me a greater understanding of the resurrection. Yeah, Mike. Why do you think I cursed the tree? So y'all will know timing. Y'all will know when this happened. Well, I be Jesus. They ain't never taught me that. They just say you cursed the tree. Let's read. John 11:48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and the nations. Y'all scared of Romans? Y'all scared of the Romans? The Romans say, all right, so y'all do y'all Passover when? 14th, right? Y'all go by a date, right? Okay. You Jews? Y'all Gentile believers, right? Y'all done came in again, y'all Gentiles, right? Let's see how we're gonna do this. It's more of you all than them, right? Okay, tell you what. We're gonna go along with y'all because we gotta keep the peace. You know us Romans, we don't like no rucker. We don't like no foolishness. We gotta keep the peace. So tell you what we do. We're gonna go with the both of you all. See, Peter and James and John, they were Jews. And they was part of his disciples. And they would meet by the river on the Sunday because he rose on the Sunday. So if we go with Sunday, I'm going with the Jews. I'm also going with the Gentiles. So tell you what, Let's just call it Easter. And we do it on a Sunday. What y'all gonna do? We the Romans. Y'all got something to say about it? Nobody can keep up with y'all date. But we can keep up with a Sunday. And tell you what, we're gonna do it so many days when we in Lent. We the Romans. We run everything. Really, bro? Really? That's why Monday he cursed the fig tree, to show you what month and season it was. This is why Solomon tells you about the ant. The ant understand harvest. The ant understand the summer. The ant understand the winter. The ant know when it comes around to March, he got to be preparing for his harvest, because that's when the harvest is going to start in March. He know by the summertime, he good, because he ready for the winter. When the winter come, he got to get ready for this harvest. So when the summer come, he good for the winter. That's what the ant do. Pastor ain't teaching y'all that. He tell you this your year. Boy, y'all don't have a clue. But Jesus cursed the tree. The tree was in representation of Israel. Y'all need to understand the season. Y'all need to understand the month. Y'all need to understand the timing. Why? Because God go by dates. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. On the seventh day, he rests. Not no damn Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Y'all picked that garbage up when y'all went to Babylon. Watch this. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest, that same year said unto them, you know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and the whole nation perish not. Say, Caiaphas, bro, you knew this? Damn, Mike, I knew that. You believe that? Hey, I told him this was going to happen. So you knew this was going to... Yeah! Say, Nicodemus, you know what? You said we know. We know. You didn't say I know. You said we know he got to come from God. Because we ain't never seen nobody do the stuff he's doing. He got to come from God. Is not that what you said, Nicodemus? Nicodemus, who are you? A master, a teacher of the Pharisees. So you mean to tell me, Caiaphas, you mean to tell me, Nicodemus, y'all had understanding of what's happening? Y'all knew this was going to take place? Y'all know this dude? And why y'all didn't tell the people? Y'all know why the people don't know. Boy, y'all so fake. I ain't finished. Watch this. And this spoke he not himself, but being a high priest, that the year he prophesied that Jesus should die for the nation. Now, Caiaphas, hold up, man. So you mean to tell me you knew it was going to happen this time? Yeah, Mike. I had prophesied this was going to happen. I'm a chief priest. Caiaphas, but you know they don't teach us none of this stuff in church. We ain't... Hold up, Caiaphas. To be honest with you, now that changed the ball game a little bit. Now I have a better understanding. Come Sunday, we talking about some resurrected Sunday. Now I have a better understanding that, hold up, God. Say, Paul, bro. In that 17th chapter of Acts, you say God had winked at our ignorance until now. So even when we didn't know, God gave us a pass. Now we should know. Caiaphas, you knew. Nicodemus, you knew. Pastor, why you don't know? You got the Holy Spirit. You anointed. Why you don't know? I'll wait. Told you y'all fake. Watch this. And not for the nation only, but that also he should gather together in one children of God that were scattered abroad. Then from that day forth they took counsel together for to put him to death. Well, Caiaphas, you can't do nothing about it, bro. And you prophesied that this was going to happen, so ain't nothing you really could do about it. Nicodemus, if I go in that 7th chapter of John, you said, what, according to our law, we don't just, judge a man without bringing him to trial. So Nicodemus, you tried. Nicodemus, you tried. Caiaphas, you tried. Because this got to happen. This got to happen. I'm saying, why we don't have a better understanding of this book with all these good anointed ass church folks? Y'all so anointed. Y'all so righteous. Why you can't tell me about the life of Jesus? That's who you follow. That's who you say you know. I ain't finished. Watch this. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together for to put him to death. Jesus therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near to the wilderness, into the city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples. Hold up, man. Slow your roll. Jesus. Why Ephraim? Why Ephraim, Jesus? Mike, go all the way back to Jacob. I don't know Jacob. Mike, if you go back to Jacob, when Jacob is in his old age, now Jacob goes to Egypt. When Jacob gets to Egypt, he's going to anoint who? Ephraim. Joseph wanted him to give Manasseh the blessing because Manasseh was the oldest. But he's going to give Ephraim the blessing. Ephraim is going to become like Jacob. Hold up, God. Hold up. So, Jesus, you knew they're looking for you, right? Yeah, might have been trying to kill me, man. So you scared? I ain't scared, Mike, but bro, I ain't about to just let them just kill me. No man take my life. I lay it down. So you was careful where you went. You made sure you moved around smooth, right? Because now you hanging out in Ephraim. Because Ephraim is like Jacob. Because Jacob gave Ephraim the blessing, not Manasseh. So now you're in the city of Ephraim. If I go all the way back to Isaiah gonna give me a better understanding of Ephraim. So now what, Jesus? I'm just chilling. So Mark, now you about to write what happened after he was hanging where he was hanging, after he done raised Lazarus from the dead, because they won't kill him. So now he's in the city of Ephraim. Yeah. But we celebrate, as the pastor said. I asked him how old he was. He over here, he got some palm trees right there, church right there. He said, if you go back, and then not my words, go back and look at Saturday at the end. He said it. He said, we don't celebrate Easter. We celebrate the resurrection. I said, well, Easter in the Bible. He a pastor. He's 68 years old. He said Easter is not in the Bible. I said, yes, it is. I can show it to you. He said, show it to me. So now when I show it to him, now he wants to change the story. Well, but that's pagan. Where's pagan in the Bible? Now you show it to me, Pastor. Where's pagan in the Bible? But he figured, by me being a young person, I would say that. The Greeks came with the paganism, not the Romans. The Romans kept peace. But when we get into the book of Acts, now we see the Jews celebrating the Passover. The king said, I'm going to wait till after to deal with Peter. He already took James' head off. Because it pleased the Jews, because the Jews did not believe in Jesus being the Messiah. So now they're plotting to kill him. They got to kill him now because he done raised Lazarus from the dead. And they didn't want nobody believing in nobody but the garbage they was doing before the pandemic. Pastor gonna tell you, you can't eat at everybody's table. You just have to listen to what Pastor's saying. That went away fast. In the pandemic, y'all listen to any and everybody now. Now y'all see how much lying y'all pastors been doing. But y'all, just like Caiaphas and Nicodemus, y'all gonna roll with him anyway, even though y'all know he lying to you. Let's read. Read! And the Jewish Passover was nigh at hand. And many went out of the country unto Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. Then sought they for Jesus, and spoke among themselves as they stood in the temple, what thinking you that he will not come to the feast? Say, bro, y'all think he gonna come this time? Oh, he always come. What you mean he always come? Say, bro, I remember a couple of years ago, he came through here, brother, dude went to tripping, man. He flipped over the change and stuff, turned over the table. Why he was tripping? I don't know, he was talking about he was anointing, he was cleansing the temple, man. And they was defiling the temple. I'm pretty sure he gonna come. Because every time he come, he gonna go to the temple. This Jesus 4 times in his earthly ministry about to come to Jerusalem. They plotting to kill him. They just want to make sure that he gonna come for the Passover. That's why I took you to the 2nd chapter of John and showed you in the 2nd chapter of John. This is why I took you to the 56th chapter of Isaiah. Because in Isaiah, God said, hold up, fam. Y'all gonna roll with me or y'all gonna roll against me? Because y'all already done defiled my temple. Who defiled your temple, God? The watchmen and the shepherds. Say, Jesus, who you having to deal with? Mike, I'm dealing with the chief priest. Hold up, man. You mean tell me the church been messed up? My church been messed up. These jokers been coming in here doing whatever they want to do. If I'm wrong, show it to me. Show it to me. Lord help us. John, hold that thought. We know Mark is coming back. Matthew, I got to get with you. Isaiah, come here, Isaiah. Come here, Isaiah. Isaiah. You put us on game right here, Isaiah. Isaiah, look what Isaiah tells us. Isaiah 56. Start at verse 11. If I go to 1, he's going to put you on down. These are the people following God. Now he's about to tell us about the temple. When he tells us about the temple, he's going to tell us about the watchman and the shepherd, right? When he tells us about the watchman and the shepherd, he's going to tell us how the watchman is dumb as dogs, and then he's going to tell us how the shepherds are greedy for money. Watch this. Even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer, Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices should be accepted upon my altar, for my house should be called a house of prayer for all people. All right. Slowly roll, Isaiah. You did a lot of prophesying. Slowly roll. John, let's deal with your writing. What should I use you, Matthew? Or should I use you, Mark? Because if I use you, Mark, you didn't really detail it like Matthew did, right? But yet Mark, they tell you by what authority he did this, right? And so because now they tripping because of what he done did. But Mark, I don't want to use you, Mark, because I want to deal with your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But hold that thought, Mark. Matthew, in your writing, Matthew, you tells us how he went and he flipped over the money tables, right? And he dealing with those who were selling the doves, right? Why? Because only the priest had doves, right? But if I go to Isaiah, you put me on game that the sacrifices and the offerings is done in the house of prayer, in the temple. You dirty, low-down jokers, y'all defiling the temple. I'll wait. But Jesus got mad and Jesus went and turned over the table in the temple. Why? Why he did it? How many times did he do it? Please break it down to me. I have questions. Oh, don't worry about that. It's not in the Bible. Well, here you go. It's all through the Bible. If you would have read Isaiah, you have a better understanding. So now when we get to Matthew, Mark, or Luke, I got what you're saying, John. So Jesus, you rode in on a donkey, right? These jokers in this day and time, Jesus, is having a Palm Sunday. And these people were mocking you. They were laughing at you. They had more respect for David than they had for you, Jesus, because they didn't believe that you are the Messiah. If I go to Mark from 11 all the way to 16, Jesus, that's your earthly ministry. The last 7 days. So, can somebody explain to me, right? Don't just tell it to me. Explain to me what the world we doing. Why they did garments, why they did palms, why they was in front, why they were in the back, why the disciples did garments. People ain't care nothing about no Jesus. It was all throughout towns. They was gonna kill him. If the man, mama, and daddy, this is what I'm saying, people. The mom and the daddy. You know the mom and daddy? The mother and the father, the mother and the father are the parents of this man right here, right? This man right here, they believe, as the Bible says, they believe that he was born blind because he sinned. Or he was born blind because his parents sinned. Jesus said it wasn't neither, right? Now, we know Jesus is going to heal the blind man, right? Watch this. But the chief priests, the elders, the people run the church, asked the mother and the father. Say, mama, say, daddy, that's your son? Yeah. Or wasn't he blind? He old enough, go ask him. We asking y'all, mom and daddy. We asking, that's your child right there, yeah? But he old enough, ask him. Come on, mom and dad. We just want to know, wasn't he blind? What happened? We telling y'all he's old enough. If y'all want to know anything about him, go ask him. Say, mama, say, dad. Why y'all didn't really want to tell the truth? Mike, they were setting us up. How they were setting y'all up? Mike, if we would have told them the truth about him, they would have put us out the temple. We wouldn't be able to go in there. Say, but them joker was that dirty? They were that low down? Yeah. That's why we told them go ask him. I once was blind, Mike. Now I see. Well, what was his name? Mike, I don't know his name. He didn't tell me his name. He put the stuff on my eyes, told me to go to the pool of Shalom. Now I see, Mike. I know, but what's his name, bro? I don't know what's his name. I know I can't say nothing bad about him. How you can't say nothing? Mike, I was blind, bro. I once was blind, now I see. Yeah, dude, that did it. What's his name? I don't know his name. I don't know his name. But come church, folks, and you got to call him by his name. And his name is Joshua. And his name is this. And his name is that. Man, say, I don't know his name. Man, you don't know his name. Say, bro, I don't know his name. Why y'all make up all them lies? The man was born blind. The man couldn't see. Jesus healed him that the glory of God may be revealed. Not that garbage y'all trying to run around here lying in these churches saying. John, hold that thought. Isaiah, hold that thought. Oh, no, Isaiah. We got to stay right there on them, Isaiah. God said don't go nowhere. The Lord God which gathered outcasts of Israel say, yet will I gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him. All you beasts. All you beasts. Isaiah 56 and 9. All you beasts of the field, come to devour. Yea, all you beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind. They are ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Isaiah, bro, what you mean? What you mean? Oh, Isaiah, you did the Mike, listen. Reason why I'm calling them dumb dogs, Mike, because a watchman was supposed to watch over the people and share with the people whatever God gave him to say. Say, Ezekiel, you said that, Ezekiel. You was the watchman, Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, you told him just like God told you to tell him, because you didn't want their blood to be on your hands. Right, Ezekiel? Because you're a watchman, right? You're a watchman, right? So Isaiah, what you say? Man, Mike, they dumb as dogs. They don't want to say nothing, Mike. They done become mute. Oh, they can't talk? They don't know the truth? They like telling lies? I ain't finished. Watch this, dogs. Yeah, and they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain, from his quarter, from his end. Say, oh, hold up. So we got, it's 12 months, right, God? Okay, got 12 months, right? We're going to divide that into what? 3 times 4? Give me 12, right? So we're going to run off for every quarter, right? So we're going to start, we know March start the year, right? We're going to take off every 3 quarters, right? So they've been playing the people all this time in the church. Yeah, Michael, they greedy. They ain't been telling the people the truth. No, they done muted their mouths. So they've been running game. Mike, why you think I went into the temple to cleanse it? Because as Isaiah said, the offerings, they done went and turned my father's house into a house of merchandise. It's supposed to be a house of prayer. You're going to get a house. You're going to get a car. You're going to get a business. See, church is a business, and y'all fell for that garbage. Now what? Y'all explain the Bible to me. That's what the Bible says. Now, if I'm wrong, come tell me. You can't. Stay away. Stop it. Come here, Bible. Come here, Bible. Oh, Lord have mercy. We in trouble. But we're going to be all right, though. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. The lion, the bear, the leopard, the beast. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Matthew 21. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful thing that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were so displeased. Haters. So, Mike, what was the temple for? So what these jokers doing today, God? Why what you say is supposed to be going on in the temple, Jesus, is not happening in God's house? Jesus, man, y'all get out of here. Yeah, get out of here. Come on, man, what's happening? So, Jesus, you done put everybody out. I ran them, Mike. If I can't go to the house of God, where could I go? I'm distressed. I'm hurting. I'm tore down. I have worries. I have problems. If I can't take it to the house of God, where am I to go? Where am I to go? Jesus was about cleansing the temple. I'm going to go back tomorrow when I teach it. I'm going to walk Isaiah 52, 53, 54, stop. 55, stop. 56, stop. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you them compared to they. You got those people who laid down poems talking about Hosanna. Them gonna be the same people come Friday, say, give us Barabbas. Kill Jesus. Once he cleansed the temple, now the people come in the temple, he healing them. Who mad? Who's mad? The chief priest. These jokers in these churches today, it's all about money. God shut that down with the pandemic. Who's mad? Them. Where's the deliverance? Where's the healings? Where's the salvation? Where's the relationship with God? Where's the love? Where is it? We have everything else going on in the church but that. But that. I'm moving around yesterday at Super Sunday. I'm running into certain people. Man, say, bro, I want you, man. What is that? I run into certain dude. Man, Gino, that say, bro, don't never compare me to Gino. Gino is not a teacher. He just like talking about people. I ain't got time to talk about no people. He just want to tell you, no, teach me. Teach me what that verse said. Teach it to me. Teach it to me. Yesterday, I explained to them in the movie, right? There's a movie about a young pastor named Michael, right? Now, he was at one church. He messed up, put him in another church. And all Michael was supposed to do is to make sure that the church gets sold. That's it. The bishop said, man, look, we'll give you another chance. These people gonna come, they're gonna inspect it, they're gonna do what they need to do. Just make sure everything goes smooth so we can sell this church, right? Okay. Mike fall in love with the people. He ain't had but 5-6 members at the time. He felt sorry for the people. So he run off the people that come to do the inspection who was going to purchase the church. So now Michael said he done heard from God. God tells him to sow a seed. He going to make a crop full of stuff, right? Make a long story short, everything happened. He had some difficulty, but everything happened. People starting to come join the church, everything happened. The crop was ready for harvest. It was straight, it was good. God sends the storm. Mike tripping. Hold up, God. If you told me to sow a seed, look at all this vegetation I have. Look at all this stuff. Look at the crop. God is good. Why would you send a storm? God, did you really tell me to do that? No, I did that on my own, thinking I heard your voice. To make a long story short, when the storm came, people from all over the town, all over the city came to help. At the end of it, God said, Mike, I told you to sow the seed and grow the crop to bring the people together. It wasn't for you, it was for them. When you first came here, you only had 5 members. Look at all those people. Look at how the city came back together because of that crowd. Our ways are not God's ways. That's why I can't stand up here and tell you no bunch of lies, because I don't know how God gonna work it out. I don't know what God is doing. He's God. He's God all by himself. As I'm watching movie, I'm like, wow, God. A lot of people hear from you, God. But then here comes Satan. And Satan robbed them out of what you told them to do, because like the shepherd, they have no understanding. This is why in the 4th chapter of Mark, he says some fell among thorns, some fell on stony ground, some fell by the wayside, and some fell on good ground. God is the sower that gives us the seed so we can sow it. It's not that what he said about his word not returning back void, that he gives seed to the sower. It's so much that these pastors done left out. That's why we so messed up. He said, man, brother called me. He said, man, my wife said, man, no wonder nothing don't go right. We got all these poems and stuff. Them old people couldn't read that good. So they acted out. Homes are evil. People ain't caring nothing about Jesus. Not them group of people saying Hosanna, but the people that saying Hosanna when he went in the temple. Those were the real people. They read your book. Oh, yeah, came in. Hosanna. Well, what about these people? What about that? Let's read it again. Read it again. I'm going to drill it in you. I'm going to read it. I'm going to drill it in you. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple, and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore and displeased, and said unto him, Hearest thou what they say? And Jesus said unto them, Yea, have you never read? Out of the mouth of babies and suckling thou hast perfected praise? Said Jesus. So who was your praise team? Them babies? Them babies, Mike. Them children. But they were crying. Mike, they were giving praise to God. What with this? I'm be good. Boy, y'all don't have a clue. Y'all don't have a clue. I'm telling y'all about the clowns that run in my inbox and on my page. And Jesus didn't. And say, bro, it was all about cleansing. This is why I tell you about the tabernacle. It was always about cleansing. This is why a week before last I broke down to you the blood for Aaron, the priesthood, the ear, the thumb, the toe. But the oil was cleansing. A person with leprosy had to leave out of the community. He couldn't come in the community. But a person that committed sin, he could be among the people. He could be right there among the people. He committed a sin. Committing a sin and being unclean was two different things. Because if you're unclean, you cannot come in the presence of God. But if you are a sinner, because he died for you, you come to God. You come to God. You're a sinner. You come to God. I got to get you right. But for him, unclean. Nah, he got to go to the priest. He got to go to the priest. But God, what the world we doing today? Mike, y'all don't have a clue about that Bible. Y'all don't know the difference between unclean. Y'all don't know the difference between sin. Y'all call everything a sin. But God, I need to holler at you. Mike, you can't holler at me if you're unclean. Paul, that's what you was talking about in the 11th chapter of 1 Corinthians when you was telling us about the communion. Yeah, Mike. That's what you meant when you said a new covenant. Jeremiah, I'm going to put you in gang tomorrow. I got to put you in the gang, Jeremiah. You give me a better understanding of the new covenant. And the new covenant dealt with the blood. But Moses, hold up. You anointed Aaron, ear, the thumb, and the toe with the blood. Yeah, Mike. Come in the New Testament, Mike. Where is the burnt? Where is the sin? And where's the guilt offering? Oh, so Jesus, now you in the temple. You blind man can see now. The lame man can walk now. So we don't have to give a sacrifice. No, Mike. I done ran them all off with that garbage. Hold up, God, hold up, God, hold up, hold up. That's why I said, I'm about to listen to your pastor. For what? He don't know enough. I want to hear that elementary stuff y'all be saying. Who want to hear that garbage? Can't do nothing for me, bro. Way past that. Way past that. So now, I have a better understanding of Jesus. Because Jesus said, the Spirit of the Lord is on me. Stop. Why the Spirit of the Lord is upon you, Jesus? He anointed me to preach the gospel. So, without the Spirit, you can't be anointed. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because He anointed me to preach the gospel. PastarMike, you're anointed, but I don't have a Spirit. Y'all like saying people anointed. Do they have the Spirit? What good is being anointed without the Spirit? Jesus was the anointed one. But what good is being the anointed one without the Spirit? No, that's why you call him a holy thing. That's why you wrote about him after his birth, the things you say. Yeah, Mike. Okay. None of the Bible really makes sense to me. At first, I didn't have a clue what the word he was saying. Bible, 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 Bible. So now, the name of the movie is All Saints, right? That's the name of the movie, All Saints. So now the pastor shared with the people. Now he got, oh man, he went from 5 members, he's stacked now. The community then came back together, everybody looking out for one another. The bishop that brought him in to sell the church, now the bishop then gave up his seat so now they can have more money. The bishop said, well, look, we over in Africa, we over in all these other places building churches. How about if I just step down from my seat and we let them keep that church? So now Michael get to tell the people, y'all get to keep y'all church. Y'all, we done built up the community. Y'all good. All because God told him to sow a seed. God will tell you to do some things. It's not going to play out like you think it is. Just know that God got you. That's all you need to know. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to work it out. Because all through the movie, he had some difficulties. It was a lot of times. For the Bible's sake, you got to read Mark. You got to know Mark. This is why Jesus said, if you don't know that parable of the sowing of the seed, you don't know no parable. But all y'all used to hearing pastor say, sow a seed, 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 sow a seed. No, man, you got to understand the parable of the seed. Because if you don't understand the parable of the seed, God is sowing the seed within you, and you allow the troubles of the world. You allow this and that to come and take it right out of you. He didn't allow the devil to do that. So he stayed on course, and God showed him. You sowed the seed, right? I destroyed the harvest because it wasn't about the harvest. It was about all these people that came. It was a storm. It was a storm. It's at nighttime. People coming lined up. People helping. Everybody helping. Bring the light. Bring y'all call lights over here. We need call lights over here. What I need? What you need, Pastor? I need you to go do this. What you need? I need you to go do this. Can you go do this? Look, grab that, grab that. And people just helping. People just helping. And because all the people helped, look how they was able to save. Jesus in the boat. Peter dropped the net. When Peter dropped the net, now Peter, man, y'all come help me, man. Y'all come on, man. I can't do all this, man. Look at all these fish. Wound up being 2 boats full of fish. At dropping the net, I was telling the members yesterday, shit, bro, if y'all want to do something, let's do it. But y'all so programmed that no matter what y'all do, y'all got to go to pastor to do it. Why? Because he done made a fool out y'all. See, y'all got to follow pastor's vision for the church. What vision he had? How you going to have a vision for God's house? He don't have no vision for God's house. If y'all want to bring food and cook and get to the people, bring it and get to them. Just make sure nothing wrong with the food because I don't want nobody sick. Just that simple. Y'all want to celebrate? Let's celebrate. Just that simple. What you got to ask me for? You ain't asked God? If God told you to do it, who am I? If God told you to do something, who am I? Shepherd. Shepherd, not the cowboy. See, Pastor handle y'all like he the cowboy. Remember now, the cowboy get behind the cow and the horses, and he make them go, y'all go. That's what the cowboy do. But the shepherd, he gonna go in the fold and make sure the fold good. Then the sheep just gonna come on in. The sheep just gonna come on in. When the shepherd get ready to leave, hey y'all, I'm gone. When the shepherd leave, the sheep gonna leave. That's the shepherd's job. To lead, feed, wrap. Jesus, what did you make Peter? A pastor or a shepherd? I made him a shepherd, Mike. How, Jesus? I said, if you love me, feed my lamb. If you love me, feed my sheep. You love me? Feed my sheep. What you were saying to him, Jesus, Mike, he got to make sure that the pastor is good. So when the sheep eat, they won't eat nothing that's going to harm them. He got to make sure he lead them in the right direction, and when they go out, in the right direction. So he got to make sure the sheep good. David, that's why you say the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want, and he lead me beside still water. Yeah, Mike. Why? Why he had to lead you beside still water, David? Mike, a sheep can't handle moving water. Why the sheep can't handle moving water? Mike, the sheep can't swim that good. He could swim, can't swim that good, Mike. Mike, remember, Mike, he have wool. Once the wool get wet, it get heavy. When it get heavy, how he gonna swim? He leads me beside still water. Lord, you got me, I got you, Mike. Lord is my shepherd. Boy, y'all been joking around so much game, boy, y'all need churches. Y'all dealing with a goal y'all don't know nothing about. How is that even possible? How, man? Because we've been following man, not God. We've been following man, not God. That's why the majority of men run out there. No, I ain't nothing about no damn Gino. Damn Gino. Tell me about God. When you could tell me about God, I could roll with you. But if you just telling me about another person, telling you about God, get out of here. I tell my members, don't believe everything I say. Don't believe everything I say. Go back and read it. I don't believe everything I say. I go pick it up and read it. Well, yeah, I did say that. Okay, yeah, Mike, that. Oh, yeah, okay. Why? Be no damn fool for nobody. Don't be no damn fool for nobody. Don't trust nothing nobody said. The Bereans, every time Paul opened his mouth, the Bible said the Bereans went and searched the scriptures. You got a bunch of men. Yeah, because he did. Oh, bro, hold up. Have you read the book for yourself? Do you really know what he's saying? Because you can take that one verse and make it say anything. I'm in Mark, but I'm also in Matthew, I'm in Zechariah, I'm in Jeremiah, and I'm in John. Do you know it like that? I'm giving you the second chapter of John, but I'm in the 21st chapter of Matthew. Break it down. Make it go together. Because if I don't have no understanding, I think it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. In Jesus' earthly ministry, he was always going to Jerusalem. Go back and study Matthew. When you study Matthew, study where Jesus got baptized at. John don't break it down like Matthew does, right? When you study where Jesus got baptized at, was it in the northern or was it in the southern part? Because when Jesus began to start his ministry, wherever he was at, baptized, that's when he was handling his business. But then he would wind up down south. That's when a lot of his problems come. If you go back in the Old Testament and you study the 12 tribes of Israel, you're going to learn that it was 10 tribes up north, 2 tribes down south. Down south you have Judah and Benjamin. They knew that he had to come out of Judea. Who? Jesus. Jesus. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is giving us the ministry of Jesus. But we run in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John today and try to make that about us. How? And that was the ministry of Jesus. Jesus said, I gotta go, but I'm gonna make sure that y'all have a comforter. Paul explains to us that God is the comforter. I'm done. This is gonna be interesting week. It's gonna be interesting. Sunday, he came in riding in on a donkey, right? We're teaching now. Sunday came riding in on a donkey. We'll show you that in a moment, right? Tuesday, he come riding. At Tuesday, he gonna curse the tree. The tree is a representation. Monday cursed the tree. The tree is a representation of Israel. This happened at the ending of February, right? To show them, as we get ready to get into this thing, the time of the year, because February, they should have had some figs on that tree, but it didn't, right? So now, boom, we're gonna wind up in March, right? So now here we are going in on the Tuesday. On that Tuesday, he gonna wind up in the temple, right? He had been coming to Jerusalem for the Passover previous, but this is gonna be the full time, as Caiaphas said last year, that this year was gonna be the time when he get crucified. Jesus knew that he was going to get crucified. This is why he come in that Sunday riding on the donkey. Monday cursed the tree. Tuesday go in the temple to cleanse it. We get to Wednesday. Wednesday, this is when he going to get anointed by Mary, right? Okay. We get to Thursday, we're going to have the Last Supper, right? Okay. We get to Friday, that's when we're going to deal with, boom, see, bro. Who y'all want? He gonna go to this judge. He gonna go to that king. He gonna go to this people. Hey, man, go ahead. I don't want that dude on my hands, but y'all take him over there. He go over there. Y'all take him over there. He going from place to place to place to place. He already knew what time it was. So now this is why when you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, look, I gotta go, but I'm gonna come back. Jesus, was you talking about your second coming then? Or what was you talking about? Mike, I explained my second coming to them in Matthew when they asked me about the ending of time of my second coming. That's when I explained my second coming to them. But when I told them that I was going to leave and come back, I'm talking about the resurrection. Mike already knew I was going to die and come back. I was letting them know, but don't panic, that I'm coming back. That's why when I came back, Mike, they didn't believe it. Jesus, how the world they gonna believe it? And they were with you. They read it and tell it to us. We still don't have no understanding. So what the difference? What the difference? They didn't believe, we don't understand. We just. So now here come church folks. Don't be evenly yoked with an unbeliever. What's an unbeliever? The man tell Jesus to help my unbelief. Was he an unbeliever? He said, help my unbelief. Jesus come out the mountain and said, man, because of y'all unbelief. Are they unbelievers? But yet, Pastor gonna tell y'all, don't be evenly yoked with an unbeliever. What's an unbeliever? Please tell me. Because Jairus, he wasn't an unbeliever. He said, help his unbelief. Those, when Jesus come out of the mountain, they wasn't unbelievers. They just didn't have the belief. So now when you tell me, don't be evenly yoked with an unbeliever, what are you telling me? Because according to Paul's writing, you had a choice. Jesus or Satan. Jesus or Belial. You roll with Belial, Satan, you're an unbeliever. A lot of people are not where you are. That does not make them an unbeliever. An unbeliever is going to be on one accord with Jesus or Satan. Now, if I'm trying to get there, does that make me an unbeliever? No, I'm trying to get there. Because I could just be over here with Satan. Boom, ball game. But no, I'm trying to get to know Jesus. I'm trying to get an understanding of Jesus. Are you an unbeliever? How? How? I don't roll with Satan. I don't roll with Satan. I know better. God gave everybody common sense if he didn't get nobody nothing else. Say, Joe, what you was working with? Mike, I'm working with common sense. I know good and evil. I know the difference. Okay, Joe, because you ain't had no laws. You ain't had no commandments to go by. Mike, I knew the difference between good and evil. Okay. A child know that. A child know the difference between good and evil. So now, the things y'all say, when you read the Bible, it don't line up. Y'all make everybody an unbeliever. How? How? Y'all make so many people unbelievers who really are people just trying to know. How could God be mad with the people when Paul went to Lystra? When Paul went to Lystra, they believed in Hermes, they believed in Mercury, they believed in Zeus. How God gonna be mad with them? They didn't know. They didn't know. So what they considered unbelievers, they just didn't know. They wasn't rolling with Satan. That was the God they was taught to believe in. That was the God they were taught to roll with. But the God had a set time to teach them better. So when y'all say the stuff y'all say, y'all don't make no sense. Y'all done destroyed all these marriages. Y'all done destroyed all these relationships with all these lies in the church, talking about that person was an unbeliever. Come on, man. And y'all just didn't have no understanding of what y'all was saying. Because once again, what is it? Once again, why would God send Paul to a bunch of people who didn't know his God? If they unbelievers, why go to them? They wasn't rolling with Satan. They just was rolling with a God they were taught to believe in. Just like Grandma and Grandpa and the rest of them ran around yesterday with a poem. They were taught to do that. That don't make them an unbeliever. They just was taught to do that. Why? Because before we believed in anything, we caught along, we gravitated to philosophy and superstition. Before anything. That's why you got so many cults. That's why you got people, oh no, y'all don't talk to those people. Don't do this, don't do that, don't go here, don't go, hold up, what you doing? What are you doing? Why y'all do people that? We're living in the worst time ever. I never seen this in all my 58 years of living. I never seen so many men work for the devil. We're living in a day and time where if you don't believe the way the next man believes, he gonna be mad. I never seen that in my life. If somebody say, I don't like Mike, I'm not listening to Mike, them Negroes will get mad. How the hell? I don't want to listen to no damn Gino. Damn Gino. Hey, bro, I'm a grown ass man. I do whatever the hell I feel like it. You do whatever the hell you feel like it. You don't have to listen to whoever the hell. People will get mad with you if you don't listen to who they listen to. Damn them. You listen to whoever you want to listen to. Give a damn about what they talking about. Why? Say for everything and for everybody. If you want to listen to him, go listen to him. You want to listen to her? Go listen to her. I ain't got nothing to say about him. I ain't got nothing to say about her. Why? Mind my own business. I ain't gonna get mad with you. They got men. Hey, you this, you a clown, you this, that, bro. I think that the word that they could have came up with, a damn caveman, a man cave. What y'all doing in the man caves? Y'all work, a damn man cave. I don't need no damn cave in my house. I need that. I'm in the house. But them the kind of men we done grown. So now you got a bunch of men get mad with you. They will get highly upset with you if you don't see it the way they see it or believe it the way they believe it. I'm talking about men. I'm talking about the women. Talking about the women. Men. I be like, damn, bro, what kind of man you are? Say, bro, I wouldn't give a damn if you didn't listen to me. I wouldn't give a damn if you didn't believe what I said. I wouldn't give a damn. Say, bro, where y'all come from? What they put too much sugar in y'all Kool-Aid or something? Y'all ain't in it. What y'all done put a finger up your butt or something? What happened? What happened to y'all, bro? Hey, say, bro, what happened to y'all, bro? Y'all say, bro, you're not supposed to say this. And you say, bro, I wouldn't give a damn. Where you get them from? How the hell do you know? Oh, these some new niggas for real. These some new niggas for real. And they call themselves men. Say, bro. Put that thing in your hand. I'm gonna put one in my hand. Let's just go at it. May the best man win. May the best man win. If you jig me up and kill me, I die. If I jig you up and kill you, you die. If you don't want to go at it like that, leave me alone. I ain't got no problem putting that knife in my hand. I ain't got no problem with seeing you bleed to death. I ain't got no problem with jigging this in you and breaking it off in you and watch you holler. I ain't got no problem with that. But you Negroes run out there, and you supposed to this, and you say, bro, it's a man. A man do whatever he want. That's a man. Jesus run in there. Jesus, y'all clowns out of here. Oh, y'all get out of here. Go ahead, get out of here. What's wrong with y'all? Well, no, Jesus, you're supposed to be nice. Come on, Jesus, you got to be humble. And let y'all make a fool out these people? And let y'all make a fool out these people? What's wrong, blind man? I need to see. What's wrong, lame man? I'm trying to walk. What's wrong, babe? Y'all crying? Don't cry, children. It's gonna be all right. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Look at these clowns running behind a damn dollar. They made God house of prayer out of damn place of merchandise. He be cursing. He be this. He that. Don't listen to me. The Bible said, resist the devil and flee. If you think I'm the damn devil, what you listening for? Listen to me for? You that damn stupid? Hell wrong with y'all. But yet we serve a God that's awesome, that's amazing, that's loving, that's kind, and you won't walk around here and be weak? Man, get out of here. Get out of here. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. Hell no. It ain't about to change. I ain't changing for nobody but God. And don't give a damn what nobody don't see. And don't give a damn who don't like it. That's your problem. I'm not your pastor. I'm the shepherd. I'm the shepherd. And when I walk in that fold, I'm going to make sure that fold right. When I walk out that fold, I'm going to make sure we don't run into no danger. I got you. We going to be all right. Shepherd, pastor got to kiss y'all ass. Why? Because y'all gonna fire him. Y'all gonna vote him out. Y'all gonna get mad and go to another church. Y'all gonna do this and that if pastor don't do what y'all want done. If pastor don't say what y'all want to say. Y'all don't give a damn about him. Y'all don't give a damn about him. But as long as he making y'all selling his soul. Selling his soul. I wish I would. I wish I would. I seen the video pop up today. I'm out here. 4 years. 4 years straight. And all I ever said, if I'm lying, come show me. Not now one of them showed up yet. Not one. Not one. So now you won't come. For what, bruh? For what? You get on my nerves? For what? Okay, we're cool. We good. But I ain't changing for nobody but God. You better know that. I ain't about to listen to nobody but God. Damn what somebody else talking about, did God say it? Did God say that? I'm listening to God's voice. He said, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. I'm listening for God. I don't care how you say it. Peter was cussing and cutting the food. But yet Peter went in that temple and told him what God said. Peter get kicked out, go to jail, get beat. God said, go back in there. But go back in there. Why? I already know you're going to cuss him out, Peter. I already know you're going to talk to him, stupid Peter. That's why I called you, Peter. I could have easily told Matthew to do it, but I know one thing, if they would have came with that money, Matthew would have switched out on me, because Matthew was a tax collector, and Matthew was already beating y'all out money, so it wouldn't been no thing for him to get caught back up in the money. But see you, Peter, I know you loyal, Peter. I know you're ignorant, Peter, but I know you're loyal, Peter. I know you cuss, Peter, but I know you're loyal, Peter. I know you're going to act a fool, Peter, but I know you're loyal, Peter. Why? Peter, how you going to tell these people what they shouldn't eat and do when Jane and them come around? But as long as nobody else around, Peter, you eating the same thing they eating, Peter. Peter, you doing this. I said, Peter, you ain't. Peter, you still Peter. You still Peter. But Peter, I told you, upon the confession that you made that I'm the Christ, I built the church. Not on you, Peter. Not on Peter. Not on you, Peter. But on your confession that I'm the Christ, I built the church. Had you not made that confession, I wouldn't have never been able to build the church. By what name? By what authority you do this? But y'all, what you mean? Said, but this man was lame for 40 years. So by what name and by what authority you caused this man to walk? Oh, so y'all know. So y'all know. Y'all just don't want to accept the truth, but y'all know. Bible, 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 Bible. Dropping the net. Y'all got church friends. Ask them, how many times Jesus turned over the money table? I guarantee they say once. Ask them how many times Jesus went to Jerusalem for the Passover. They probably just look at you. If you don't understand what happened every time Jesus went there, you really don't know what happened. They were plotting to kill my dude. The ones that threw the palms down, those was really the evil ones. They quoting Psalms. The ones that took their garment off as he passed by, those are the ones who really had a heart for him. When he get in the temple, after turning over the money tables and running out the chief priests, now here come the blind. Now here come the lame. They the ones was crying out, Hosanna. Those were the real ones. They were the real ones. That's why I told y'all, in these churches, they've been cold faking and cold lying, telling y'all anything. Come Sunday, they're going to tell you he rose. They've been telling you that for the last 50, 60 years. What happened after he rose? I don't need to hear he rose. Well, we celebrating the Resurrection Sunday. Yeah? Adam, what you did? Mike, open the door for death. Jesus, what did you do? I resurrected the dead. So Adam, if you opened the door for death, Jesus, you came with the resurrection for the dead, what we celebrating? Because we should be celebrating one another. Because we died in Christ. And we was resurrected in Christ. So what's to celebrate? And y'all don't even like one another. And y'all don't get along with one another. But y'all won't run with a day and talk about his Resurrection Sunday. Y'all turn. Because the only reason why Peter, James, and John them did it, because that was the day he rose on, and they was missing him. So if that was the day he rose on, that was a day they would come back and always do it on, evidently that was something they did before. So on this day, we just come sit around and kick it. But on this day, he don't show up no more. Why? He died. So now, this is how the Gentile believers brought that in the game, because that's what Peter, James, and John have did, in remembering him on a Sunday. Because that's what they did. So now he done popped up. Boom, I'm here. What's happening, man? Told y'all I was coming back, baby. I told y'all. I rose. I'm moving around. Y'all see me. Y'all just ain't know who I was. I told Mary, stop clinging to me. What you mean, stop clinging to you, Jesus? I said, bro, let me go. I gotta go. I gotta go in order for the couple to come. But Pastor told me you had a glorified body and you didn't want her to touch you. No, Mike, I don't want y'all clinging on me no more. Y'all gonna have to be able to do this thing. The comforter gonna come. Y'all gonna have to totally depend on the comforter. I gotta go. Don't hold on to me. Don't cling on. Let me go. I gotta go. Why they be lying in these churches, Jesus? But they don't know my word, right? So I was simply telling y'all, I gotta go, babe. Y'all gonna have to be able to do this without seeing me. Remember now, they got a guy gonna tell you, you walk by faith, not by sight. Jesus, you did say that though. What? God bless those who didn't see, but yet still believe, huh? Man, I'm done. I'm done. Go check on Miles, man. We had a beautiful time in church yesterday. It was a blessing. I've officially reached my 4 years. One of my members said, Pastor Mike, what you mean you gonna run out on us? I said, we about to do something totally different. You're not about to get out of those people what they've been believing all these years. The more people, just let that go. Leave that alone. You're not about to get that out of them. You got some people that's like Nicodemus, they're gonna come by night, right? Know that the people who claim not to know the truth, they really know the truth, Mike. They just want to go along with the massive, the majority. This is what Caiaphas put you on game about. This is what Nicodemus put you on game about. So he said, but now you got to really take it to the level I've given it to you. This is why yesterday at Super Sunday, man, I didn't know that many people watch me that I ran into. I mean, and they really watch us. And I'm like, wow, God. He said, yeah, these are the people. This is your audience. Not the people who claim that you say this too much or you say that too much. They're not your audience. I didn't send you to talk to them anyway. That's why they got something to say. But to the people, man, I'm really learning. Man, I got a better understanding. Them the people I sent you to, Mike. Them the people. Don't worry about the people talking about you be cussing, you be this and that. Don't worry about them. They ain't nobody. I didn't send you for them. I sent you for them. I sent Peter to them. I sent Paul to them. I sent James to them. Mike, I send who I want, where I want to go to do my work. I'm sending you to some people who will never listen to nobody else, but they'll listen to you. I'm going to send you to some people who are not getting it from other people, but they're getting it from you. Them the people, that's your audience. When they talk about he this too much, he do that, that's not your audience. So that show you that you're in the right place when they running their mouth. Well, I don't want to listen to it. Don't. You're not the audience. Hallelujah. Moral to the story, get to know God and get to know God for yourself. We're living in a different day and time, people. You got to stay focused on the work God is doing because God is doing the work. We give devil credit for God's work. It's very upsetting to God. God is allowing, he's allowing a lot of stuff to go on in the world because it's God's permissive will. It's not his will, it's his permissive will. He allowed Job to go through because that was his permissive will to teach Job who he is. Job only knew good and evil. That's all he knew. Job shunned evil, but Job never really knew God. He only understood good and evil. The Bible said he shunned evil. He stayed away from evil, but he never really knew God. So as you study the word, as you read the story of God, at the end of Job, Job said, now I know you. I've heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eyes have seen you. Now I know who you are. Now I have a better understanding. So now look at what God allowed Job to go through to teach him who he is. If I go to Joseph, look at all Joseph went through, only in the end to learn who God is. James lose his head. Peter get crucified. Paul go to jail. So look at how many people in the Bible. Samson get his eyes put out. David, his own children trying to kill him. Look at the men in the Bible. How many of them really had a good earthly outcome? How many? But yet these pastors today make you believe because he have this, and that, he blessed. That this, and that is happening for him is all God. But how many people in the Bible that had a good worldly outcome? Already know they've been playing you. That's what the devil do. Remember now, the devil know the word. That's why he took him on the mountain. Then he took him to the highest part of the mountain and said, if you do this, I'll give you that. But the word say, I know what the word say. Like the pastor said. But Eve, how you gonna blame Eve? How in the world you gonna blame Eve? When God didn't tell Eve, he told Adam. Adam was supposed to tell Eve. That's why it was so easy for the serpent to run game on the woman and twist the word and says, he didn't say you would surely die. Let's say Adam told Eve. Adam probably left out a word or two. Baby, we can't eat that tree, we're gonna die. Baby, we can't eat that tree, we should surely die. She didn't get it from God. She got it from a man. That man got it from God. Why man didn't listen? And now today, you want me to listen to another man and tell me what a man said? He might not get it right. He might leave out one or two words. Look at that, right? The brother came, right? And he was adamant on what he was saying pertaining to Enoch, right? So he grabbed a Bible out the pew, right? He grabbed the Bible. He said, see right here? I said, I told y'all, stop running all these Bibles. I said, grab my Bible, grab that King James Bible. I said, read right there. He said, that's my Bible. I said, there you go. These new Bibles, they done took a lot of stuff out. So by them taking it out, it's easier for him or her to come and say this is what it say. Because it done took a lot of stuff out. So I showed him where God had to give Eve another son, which was Set. Set gonna have Enos. Then they begin to talk about the Lord. But before that, they wasn't talking about the Lord. But if you go back in the 4th chapter, look at all these children that Cain had. Look at the family that Cain had. Where's the good family? Because Cain is the ungodly family. So when God give Eve another son, Set give us Enos. Now they begin to talk about the Lord. Now we back on track where God told the woman and the serpent in the garden, when I'm gonna put an enemy between thou seed and the woman's seed. Now they back on track. Abel was the one, but Cain killed Abel. Cain was the oldest. Now Cain then killed Abel. Abel the godly seed, Cain the ungodly seed. So now God have to give Eve another son, which is Set. Set give us Enos. Now they begin to talk about the Lord. So now you got the godly seed back in line, Set, marrying with the ungodly seed of Cain. So you got evil and good mixing. You got righteousness and unrighteous mixing. God said, we ain't about to have that. Shut that down. We ain't about to have that. Nah. Why? Because if I let the godly and the ungodly mix, it's going to mess the seeds up. I don't want the seeds to be messed up. I already told the serpent, I'm going to put enemy between his seed and the woman's seed. Ball game. Ball game. But here he come. And the things had sex with the angels. So you're gonna believe that an angel will have sex with a human? You can't be that stupid. Ain't nowhere you were that stupid. So if the angels had sex with the humans, when did they stop? If evil is still in the world. These jokers make it so easy and run out there, and because y'all done heard this for the first time, y'all believe it. How, bro? God could never go back on the promise that he made to that with that woman. He made that woman a promise that she would bring forth the seed. Because it was the woman and Adam that messed it up. So now here comes Jesus, the resurrected of the dead. So what are we celebrating if we're not celebrating the resurrected of the dead? Because you got a bunch of people that's still out here that are spiritually dead. But you church folks that made it all about y'all. Oh, and this is a resurrection Sunday, we good. Well, what about them people over there? Because he came and saved that which is lost. He said if the gospel be hid, it's hid from those who are lost. So what are y'all doing? Y'all don't impress me. What about all those people? Since y'all, we celebrate Resurrection Sunday. For who? Who are you celebrating the Resurrection Sunday for? Who are you celebrating it for? For what Jesus did? Or for what Jesus did for you? And if he did it for you, why you ain't helping nobody else that's spiritually dead? Remember now, this week is about cleansing. He cleansed the temple. Once he cleansed the temple, now here come the blind. Now here come the lame. Now here come the children, because the temple is cleansed. So now, before Jesus cleansed the temple, where did the blind go? Where did the children go? To the pool of Bethesda? Hey, y'all, look, on Mondays at 1 o'clock, you come to the yard and I'll pour some oil on you and you're going to receive a healing and you'll be blessed. But listen now, you owe me $20. That's the game. That's the game they ran. Jesus, shut that down, man. Same foolishness in the church today, man. And y'all think God pleased with that? How these jokers trying to play you? You think God pleased with that? But what about the spiritually blind? about the spiritual dumb? What about the spiritual lame? What about the spiritual dead? But y'all celebrate Resurrected Sunday. We celebrate Resurrected Sunday. For what? Because what Jesus did. For who? And why you ain't helping somebody else? Oh, you thought it was done just for you? If it had not been for the Lord on my side, Lord help us, Jesus. It's going to be all right. If we don't learn nothing else, we're going to learn how to read that Bible. If we don't learn nothing else. We're going to learn how to tie that Bible in. Where what came from. Okay, Isaiah, you prophesied it. Zechariah, you spoke on it. Now I see it happen. Now between Zechariah and Jesus, hold up. But say, Mark, why you wrote it this way? Matthew, why you spoke this way? Why you did this? Okay, now come here, Mark. Come here, Matthew. Come on. But see, John, you tell me about the first time that he turned the money tables over. Matthew, Luke, y'all telling me about the last time because now he about to be crucified. Okay, so now, hold up. If I didn't know that, let's say I didn't know that. Let's say I just pick the Bible up and read John. And he talks about turning over the money tables and pouring out all the change. Then I go read Matthew. I don't know it's a difference. I don't know Jesus always went to Jerusalem for the resurrection. I mean for the Passover. I don't know this, right? So now I'm gonna just read the Bible and just quote stuff and just say stuff. That's all they've been doing to us. That's all they've been doing to us. I'm telling you, ask your co-workers, call your cousin, your auntie, and just simply ask them, how many times did Jesus turn over the tables? All we knew is that one time, because that's all they told us. That's the only thing we had understanding of. What you looking for, Dee? What you walking her? What's up? Or she ran out the door? Look across the street. She like to go in that field. This sister walking the dog. The dog. He ain't going too far. He'll be all right. He'll fine. She'll fine. Ask him. I guarantee you. All this week, I'm going to go in the scriptures. I'm going to walk you through the scriptures and show you where it's at in the scriptures. I'm going to go back in the 11th chapter of Mark. We're going to walk the first 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow, Tuesday, right? We're going to take Tuesday. We're going to go to Matthew. We're going to go to Luke. We're going to go in John. We're going to deal with Tuesday. We're going to go all the way back to Zechariah. We're going to get a better understanding of Zechariah about dealing with the temple. Because in Zechariah, it's going to tell us about the temple of Zerubbabel. So when we get an understanding about the temple of Zerubbabel, it's going to put us on game about why he had to cleanse the temple. It was always about the temple. We're gonna walk in tomorrow. Stay starting that. It's all good, people. Never panic. Never panic. This thing that went out, I guess the rest of it, I don't know. It just be, I don't know. They got me on a time or something. Man, it be true. It ain't my fault, though. It's all good.